Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I want to analyze this meme that Ghost of Tsushima is the true Assassin's Creed Japan game. Obviously, this joke has resurfaced with the build-up and release of Assassin's Creed Shadows, but is there a deeper reason than both game series being a fictional adaptation of history? Let's find out together in this video. Let's touch on gameplay first, which we will break down into three categories of stealth, combat, and traversal. I guess I'll mainly compare Ghost of Tsushima with the two so-called phases of Assassin's Creed separately, since the series has changed a lot over the years. So, Ghost of Tsushima has a basic climbing system that allows you to climb mountains, but also man-made structures. The animations are not spectacular, but the level design keeps you thinking which route to traverse or what objects you can latch your rope onto. So there's definitely no style or expression to be had with this climbing system, and you'd think there would be no comparison to be made with traversal across the Holy Land or Renaissance Italy. But is it that different to traversing Egypt or Greece? Well, yes, it is different, because in Ghost of Tsushima you can't just climb every mountainside. You've got to find handholds in Ghost of Tsushima. There is fall damage which creates jeopardy. This is missing in Odyssey and Valhalla. Somehow, Ghost of Tsushima's traversal system has more jeopardy and requires more brain power than the last 6 entries of the Assassin's Creed series. So in the past there would be no comparison between Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed in terms of traversal, but with the recent mediocre entries of the Assassin's Creed series, it has allowed for there to be comparison. Stealth in both games, you can crouch through tall grass, use distraction tools, and assassinate enemies from behind or above. Jin Sakai's ghost abilities mirror the stealth toolkit of the assassins. Smoke bombs, poison darts, chain assassinations. It's classic Assassin's Creed. Even the combat, though more refined than Ghost of Tsushima, shares DNA. Parrying, dodging, and chain killing enemies evokes the rhythm-based fights of early Assassin's Creed titles before the RPG overhaul. Now we come to the narrative-focused portion of this video. The Assassin's Creed series has dipped their toes into the dual archetype protagonist on more than one occasion. There is the Viking assassin ally breed, or the assassin simp mix. But there is one time when two archetypes clashed together in the series and made a great protagonist, being Edward Kenway, the pirate assassin, allowing us to explore what it meant to be an assassin from an outsider point of view, who in the beginning was too selfish to even be considered, to then becoming someone who is willing to be more selfless from their experience in the West Indies. This brings us on to Jin Sakai, raised to be a samurai, a lord under the shogun. Across the story, Jin meets those from more humble beginnings. From their experiences, they've learned different methods to survive and thrive. After the humbling the samurai were given by the Mongols at the start of the game, and Jin's first attempt at freeing his uncle from Castle Canada, Jin is left to believe that the honor of the samurai will not be enough to defeat these invaders. He must adopt new strategies to take down the Mongols, stabbing his foes in the back or poisoning them from a distance. These are the acts of the ghost. Dealing with these conflicting worldviews throughout the story made this a masterpiece of a narrative. There are great stories where we don't have to sympathize with the antagonist. They are the villain. Their motive is evil, and that's all there is to it. As much as I love those stories of good triumphing over evil, I always find the stories of characters believing their way is right and the writer showing that in the story is more compelling to me personally. Lord Shimura, from an emotional point of view, is easy to hate, but considering what he says comes true, sometimes in more horrific circumstances than first believed, is what makes this a compelling conflict. Jin gives the Mongols a reason to poison the people of Tsushima after Jin had poisoned the Mongols. The people of Tsushima would suffer a worse fate due to Jin's actions as the ghost. The reason I believe most of us see the DNA of Assassin's Creed in Ghost of Tsushima is due to its story having a layered narrative, and the setting elevating the meaning of its story. Assassin's Creed used to find settings that amplified the story being told. There is no greater time or setting to explore the themes of selfishness, freedom, and chaos than the Golden Age of piracy, a time where most of Europe had transitioned from feudalism to mercantilism, leaving very few opportunities opportunities for a low-born person such as Edward Kenway to change his life, without risking it, fighting in battles far away, eventually transitioning from privateer to pirate to earn his fortune. In Black Flag, we get to see how freedom in the extreme leads to chaos, a soft parallel of how Assassin's Creed 1 showed us over the course of its narrative the extreme of peace is control. The Assassin's Creed series used to choose specific settings to resonate with the themes that particular game's narrative was to explore. Assassin's Creed 1 exploring dogma, peace and control during the Third Crusade of the Holy Land. Assassin's Creed 2 exploring freedom and expression in the setting of the Italian Renaissance. These are perfect settings to explore these ideas, and Ghost of Tsushima does the same. What better setting and time period is there to grapple with the importance of honor than feudal Japan being invaded by a dishonorable foe? The answer is, there isn't. This is what Assassin's Creed used to be great at, selecting a setting not just because of popular culture, but also how the setting could enhance the story being told. It's why when Assassin's Creed Shadows decided to explore themes of belonging, chosen family, and the cyclical nature of violence, even if these themes were explored to the full potential, none of these themes are distinctly elevated by the Sengoku period of feudal Japan. More appropriate themes to explore for this time period might have been the cultural clash and the challenges of modernization in Japan, choosing between the old or new way of thinking, and the importance of tradition in the midst of all that. To state the obvious, Ghost of Tsushima is not an exact one-to-one with Assassin's Creed, but to be oblivious to the similarities is nonsensical also. Ghost of Tsushima of course has no hidden blade, modern day, or a shit ton of microtransactions, but it does share the caliber of layered narrative quality the Assassin's Creed series once possessed, capable of exploring themes in a setting that enhances the story being told. Instead, us fans will have to look to new IPs to fill the void Assassin's Creed once filled. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Is Ghost of Tsushima the true Assassin's Creed Japan game, or is it a cringe meme that needs to die? Be sure to like and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll catch you all next time.